All right, news in detail now. Amid reports of several Indian nationals stuck in Cambodia who were lured with employment opportunities, India's Ministry of External Affairs on Saturday said the Indian embassy in Cambodia has been promptly responding to complaints from Indian nationals. He said that Indians were lured with employment opportunities in Cambodia but were forced to undertake illegal cyber work. The ministry said that so far about 250 Indians have been rescued and repatriated. Several advisories have also been issued by the ministry and the Embassy of India in Cambodia. The ministry reiterates that India is committed to helping all Indian nationals in Cambodia who seek support. Ministry is closely working with Cambodian authorities and with agencies in India to crack down on those responsible for these fraudulent schemes. Now let's get you the latest on what's happening in India in the run-up to the world's largest democratic elections. As India prepares to hold the world's largest elections, here's a sneak peek in the country's political landscape, parties and their strategies.
As India prepares for general elections, it is important to understand the country's current political scenario. There are two main players in the fray. On the one side is the National Democratic Alliance led by incumbent Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party. Challenging the NDA is the India Alliance or Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, which was formed in 2023. While the NDA comprises nearly 40 mostly regional parties, the India Alliance has over 20 opposition parties, including the Congress and Samajwadi Party. The 2024 polls will be a test of new coalitions. The formation of the India Alliance also marked the end of the Congress-led United Progressive Alliance. Let's take a look at how the existing and former alliances performed in the last general elections that were held in 2019. A total of 542 constituencies went to polls. The NDA won 353 seats, out of which 303 seats were backed by the BJP alone. The UPA won 91 seats, out of which the Congress backed 52, while 98 seats went to other parties and independent candidates. Coming back to the present time, in the North Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, which has the highest number of parliamentary seats, the Congress and SP have struck a seat-sharing deal. Of the total 80 seats, the Congress will field its candidates in 17 constituencies, while SP and other parties of the alliance will contest from 63 constituencies. However, the opposition India Alliance has been struggling to keep its flock together. The Trinamool Congress, which is the ruling party in West Bengal, has announced that it will be contesting the general elections alone. In another jolt to the India Alliance, Bihar State's incumbent Chief Minister, Janata Dal United Chief Nitish Kumar returned to the NDA. In the 2024 polls, Prime Minister Modi will be aiming for a third consecutive term. The India Alliance, however, has not floated a PM candidate as yet. Apart from the battleground states, including UP, Bihar and Maharashtra, elections will also be closely watched in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This is the first general election after the abrogation of Article 370, which granted special status to the erstwhile state. J&K was also bifurcated into two Union Territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Coming to poll issues and promises, PM Modi has vowed to make India the world's third largest economy. Also, recently inaugurated Ram Temple is expected to feature prominently in the BJP's campaigns. In 2019, building the temple was among the party's key promises. As for the opposition, the Congress decided to organize a national nationwide march called Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra or India Unity and Justice March to garner public support. From issues to campaigning, elections in India are multifaceted. But first and foremost, they are a celebration of democracy which sees voters from all walks of life choose their representatives. Bureau Report, DD India.
And India's President Draupadi Murmu conferred the Bharat Ratna, the country's highest civilian honour, on former Deputy Prime Minister Lalkrishna Advani on Sunday. President Murmu paid a visit to senior BJP leader LK Advani's residence and conferred him with the prestigious award. This was decided keeping in view the ailing health of LK Advani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Bharatiya Janata Party National President JP Nadda were also present on the occasion. Lalkrishna Advani was born in Karachi on November 8, 1927. Through the years, Advani had served as the president of Bharatiya Janata Party for the longest period since its inception in 1980. Capping a parliamentary career of nearly 3 decades, he was first the Home Minister and later the Deputy Prime Minister in the cabinet of Atal Bihari Vajpayee between 1999 and 2004. So we are getting you these visuals. President Draupadi Murmu conferring India's highest civilian honour, Bharat Ratna, on LK Advani. President Murmu paid a visit to senior BJP leader LK Advani's residence and conferred him with the prestigious honour. This was decided keeping in view the ailing health of LK Advani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Bharatiya Janata Party National President JP Nadda were also present on the occasion. And a brief about the history. He was born in Karachi on November 8, 1927. Through the years, he had served as the President of Bharatiya Janata Party for the longest period since its inception. And capping a parliamentary career of nearly 3 decades, he was the Home Minister first and then the Deputy Prime Minister in the cabinet of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee between 1999 and 2004. And Indian President Draupadi Murmu on Saturday conferred Bharat Ratna on former Prime Ministers P.V. Narasimha Rao and Chaudhry Charan Singh, agriculture scientist M.S. Swaminathan and 2-time former Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur posthumously at a ceremony held at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in Delhi. And today, on Sunday, President Draupadi Murmu conferring Bharat Ratna on former Deputy Prime Minister of India LK Advani. And the conferment of Bharat Ratna upon these esteemed personalities reflects their exceptional contributions to the nation and their enduring legacies in various fields, making and in fact marking a moment of pride and honour for the entire nation. Moving on to our next story now, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a scathing attack on Congress party on Sunday. PM Modi alleged that Congress gave away Kachativu Island to Sri Lanka in 1974 during Indira Gandhi's regime after an RTI revealed the same. PM Modi quoted an article posted on social media platform X, and I quote him, "New facts reveal how Congress carelessly gave away Kachativu. This has angered every Indian and reaffirmed in people's minds we can't ever trust Congress. Weakening India's unity, integrity and interest has been Congress' way of working for 75 years and counting, unquote. Now, BJP's National President JP Nadda also spoke on the Kachativu Island issue, and in a post on X he said that it is part of Congress work culture to give up Indian territory given the slightest opportunity. This is what JP Nadda tweeted. And senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the election campaign in Uttar Pradesh on Sunday at a rally in Meerut. The BJP has fielded TV serial Ramayan fame Arun Govil from Meerut Lok Sabha constituency. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Rashtriya Lok Dal President Jayant Chaudhary and several other BJP leaders will also be present at the rally. Uttar Pradesh will go to the polls in 7 phases. And as the dates of India's general elections are near, political leaders across different spectrum have ramped up the election campaign. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin participated in election campaign in Erode, southern state of Tamil Nadu. And the opposition India Alliance are organizing a mega rally at Ramlila Maidan in the national capital on Sunday. The rally is attended by leaders of Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, including Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal. Leaders from other opposition parties are also attending the rally in Delhi. Key issues of rally include inflation, unemployment, inequality and the arrest of the opposition leaders. Now, the BJP released the 8th list of the candidates for general elections from Odisha, Punjab and West Bengal states. Former Indian ambassador to US Taranjeet Singh Sandhu to contest from Amritsar constituency, while singer turned politician Hansraj Hans to contest from Faridkot. Hansraj Hans was lawmaker from Northwest Delhi constituency. Praneet Kaur, wife of former Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh, also secured a ticket from Patiala constituency. Former AAP leader Sushil Kumar Rinku has been chosen to contest from Jalandhar constituency. In Arunachal Pradesh assembly elections, 10 lawmakers from BJP have been declared elected unopposed after the last date of withdrawal of nominations on Saturday. Arunachal Pradesh is going to simultaneous polls for its 60-seat legislative assembly and 2 parliamentary constituency on April 19 next month in a single phase. Alright, we'll slip into a very short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Somali Parliament approves constitutional amendments to political system in country. 4 chapters include freedom of expression, women's representation and leadership system approved. Easter festival marking resurrection of Jesus Christ being celebrated across the globe.
As the cycle of accountability returns, the time has come when the biggest democracy chooses to write another chapter in its glorious history. Development, justice, regionalism, a big political canvas. Everything will be put to test in this mega battle for glory. DD India dissects what makes elections 2024 the battle royale in Indian politics. Data and analysis free from bias to help you understand why India matters. Great Indian Election on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Truce talks between Israel and Hamas will resume on Sunday in Cairo. This is the latest attempt to bring about a pause after nearly 6 months of conflict in the Gaza Strip. All the sides have stepped up negotiations mediated by Qatar and Egypt on a 6-week suspension of Israel's offensive in return for the proposed release of 40 of the 130 hostages still held by the Palestinian terrorist group Hamas in Gaza. Hamas has sought to parlay any deal into an end to the fighting and withdrawal of Israeli forces. Israel has ruled this out, saying it would eventually resume efforts to dismantle the governance and military capabilities of Hamas. And Egyptian Foreign Affairs Minister Sami Chokri met his counterparts from France and Jordan in Cairo on Saturday. With the situation in Gaza at the forefront of talks, speaking at a press conference alongside Chokri and France's Stephen Sejourne, Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi said famine in Gaza can be dealt within a short time if Israel opened the land crossings for aid to enter. Aid agencies say food delivered by sea to the enclave, though welcome, cannot meet people's needs, and they have urged Israel to allow more aid to arrive by land. And Somalia Parliament voted for historical amendments in its constitution that led to major changes. After the changes, now country's president has the authority to appoint and dismiss a prime minister from office. This change came due to major disputes revolving around the distribution of power between the top two offices. The constitutional amendment has also paved the way for the presence of 3 political parties in the country, promoting multi-party system. The amendment also sets the term of office for government constitutional bodies at 5 years. Independent Constitutional Review Commission submitted proposed amendments that establish the age of maturity for girls at 15 and the age of responsibility at 18. And the head of Ukraine's largest private energy firm, DTEK, said 5 of its 6 plants had been destroyed on Saturday. 80% of plants' generating capacity were lost after 2 weeks of Russian attacks. The repairs could take up to 18 months. DTEK executive director said the waves of attacks had a thermal and hydro production in almost all regions in which distribution facilities were destroyed. He added the company suffered losses amounting to $300 million. Russian missile and drone attacks hit thermal and hydropower plants in central and western Ukraine overnight on Friday. Large cranes were on site ready to begin clearing the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge on Saturday. Maryland Governor Wes Moore said the Army Corps and the partners will begin to move forward with crane operations to dismantle sections of the Key Bridge for removal on Saturday. All right, let's get to more news that's happening around the world. The Houthi-run Sanaa-based Central Bank of Yemen issued new currency coin. The move aimed at replacing the damaged banknotes in Houthi-governed areas in North Yemen. This marks the first time they have issued a currency since they captured the capital Sanaa in late 2014. Peruvian President Dina Boluarte's house gets raided as part of inquiries into possible illicit failure to declare ownership of luxury watches. Earlier, prosecutors began preliminary inquiries following a media report that the president possessed several Rolex watches. Boluarte has acknowledged that she owns Rolex watches which she had bought with money since she was young. Hong Kong's Global Art Fair works with a local NGO to highlight art scene to shed light on the community about their special needs, showcasing the artwork of mysterious lakeside with rainbow sky and dazzling stars at a global stage. The world celebrates Easter today, that is on Sunday. The festival marks the celebration of Jesus Christ's resurrection and is a symbol of love and compassion. Easter gives the message that truth is eternal and shows us the path of sacrifice and forgiveness. The teachings of Jesus Christ guide us on the path of peace and harmony, symbolizing victory over death and sin. Telecom company AT&T said on Saturday that it is investigating a data set released on the dark web about 2 weeks ago. The preliminary analysis shows a data leak has impacted approximately 7.6 million current account holders and 65.4 million former account holders. The company said the data set appears to be from 2019 or earlier. AT&T said it does not have evidence of unauthorized access to its systems resulting from the incident. The company said it is not yet known whether the data originated from AT&T or from one of its vendors. AT&T said the incident has not had a material impact on its operations and said the source of the data is still being assessed. AT&T is in contact with all those impacted and has reset passcodes for 7.6 million current customers. It also said it will offer credit monitoring wherever applicable. The wireless carrier's 5G network covers around 290 million people across the United States. Teams of disaster experts in Madagascar are assessing the extent of damage caused by cyclone Yemens that caused flooding. The flood swept away villages and farmland, leaving thousands homeless and a severe risk of food shortages. At least 18 people have been reported dead so far. DD India's Isabel Nakheria reports from Kampala.
Disaster teams have lifted cyclone alerts but warn the weather remains dangerous in Madagascar. Maritime users have been asked not to go out yet to sea as risk assessments are being carried out. Emergency teams in Madagascar are still rescuing those trapped to safer ground in the north of the Indian Ocean island nation. The National Disaster Risk Office warns that extreme climatic conditions could pose a risk to food security and livelihoods. Aid workers are planning to airdrop food beginning Saturday once the weather is favorable. Roads and bridges have been destroyed, making evacuations and food delivery difficult. The death toll is expected to rise as many are still missing. Many people are believed to have drowned after being washed away by the floods. Isabel Nakheria, reporting for DD India in Kampala.
All right, sports now. India seasoned player Rohan Bopanna and his Australian partner Prasar grabbed their second title of the year, winning Miami Open doubles crown on Saturday. The duo beat Croatia's Ivan Dodig and his American partner Austin Krajicek 6-7, 6-3, 10-6 in the finals. After winning the Indian Wells last year in California, the Indian player had become the oldest man to achieve this feat at 43 years old. And now with this win in Miami, he has surpassed his own record for the oldest man to win the Masters 1000 title. And that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter and Instagram. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.